Today I took a loss and I didn't care. And that's how I knew something changed. A few weeks ago, the first losing trade that I took would have just shifted my whole mindset. Hell, even yesterday, I had a pretty upsetting trade, right? But today, I just waited. I didn't chase, I didn't force it. I just waited for another clean retest, and it ended up working out. And here's the realization: my entries aren't the issue anymore. My trade management is. I'm leaving money on the table because I haven't earned the right to hold full targets yet. This is what I use my journal for. Not just tracking wins and losses, but identifying what stage I'm actually in. If you want to use the same Notion framework that I use daily, it's pinned in the comments. All right, let me show you the first loss, the reset, and where I cut the runner early today. What's good? What's good? So today we are looking at gold. Let me set this alert real quick. Um, but today we're actually extremely bearish. So just from the daily candles or daily time frame, uh, price is extremely bearish right now. This is a huge, huge drawback compared to yesterday's highs. So dropping down a little bit on the 4 hour, price did break structure at this 4 hour level here. So I'm expecting it to potentially go lower, right? Drop down to the 1 hour. This is pretty much the 1 hour. You don't see too much really going on outside of structure being broken. But typically, what I do when doing top down analysis, I pretty much just block price in. So after the 4 hour, we're going into the 1 hour. Now with 1 hour and 4 hour, the highs are pretty much the same. Well, the lows are pretty much the same, and nothing's really changed so much with the 1 hour except for this. These are the two levels. On the 30 minute, we get a little bit of change here. This is the lower high for the 30 minutes. Still lines up with the same high as the 1 hour and 4 hour. The 15 minute actually looks about the same. It's dropping down to the 5. So this is my conundrum. So looking at the 5 minute, and that's just from the 30 minute highs to the lows, or lower highs to the lower lows. Price broke structure right here, retested, broke structure again, shot down. This is what created these new lows here, and then price broke structure like it was getting ready to go up, came down, created a low, retested this area, and broke structure again. So I'm thinking that I'm still gonna go with the sell bias. Looking for price to retest this area right here and then drop, and then potentially we could either see a W pattern where price goes back for a buy, or it'll continue to drop, right? Because this also lines up with a 30 minute entry, right? So this was a previous 30 minute high that was broken. It did retest it, so it could be just strictly actually following that. But right now, I'm about to see how this lines up here to see if I can still catch this setup. Let me see how it aligns. If it breaks this level, I'm going to go ahead and take it. All right, I'm in.
Order filled.
Now I just needed it to actually close above this level after breaking it. Oh, don't do me dirty like that. If it comes back down on the 1 minute and breaks this neckline, we're looking good. Right now, I'm just trying to see where I'm going to choose to get out. If this goes in my favor, I don't like how that wick rejection looks like on that. That's annoying on that 15 minute. We got to see how this plays out. All right, so how I'm going to end up playing it, right, is since I'm only using one contract with this setup, how I'm going to play it is I'm just going to have to trail it closely. If this ends up coming up, excuse me, if this ends up coming down and breaking this neckline and plays in my favor, fuck, might not get, let's see. Looks like price may want to pull back a little bit further. But regardless of how it plays out, I got one more bullet. Depends on how this plays out. But if this setup holds, right, if it pulls a little bit deeper and I have to get back in, all right, so we lost that one. But if this setup ends up holding and I get another chance to get in, I am going to just trail it down to this 0.0. See if it breaks structure here. If it breaks structure, I'm going to put my stop loss behind the nearest 1 minute low. And we're going to go from there. But right now, let's just see how this is playing out since price decided to pull in a little bit deeper. Now, if price breaks below this this candle here, I'm going to go ahead and take another sell. Try it again, but I'm going to be patient. Should have waited a little bit longer.
Order filled.
Dang it. Should have waited a little bit longer. What I like to see is like a definitive break. I broke it. I just don't like how it rejected from that area like that. But we're going to see what happens. I'm in it now. So same game plan. If this one fails, we'll just be done for the day. But essentially, price pulls up here and rejects at any level. I end up cutting. If it rejects it all at this level, I end up cutting the trade. If not, I'll take it all the way to this full TP2. Since we only have one to play with, one micro contract to mess with, I'll wait. So what I end up, how I end up actually messing up, to be honest here on that first trade, is I didn't wait fully for my zone to get tapped into. So I saw some rejection at the 61.8 and it hit this level here. If I had it drawn a little bit bigger, hey man, you're not gonna show me no love today? I guess not. I'm on the 15 second. This is a lot of noise, but you can still see like a piece of structure. So I just need price to actually break, well, really this low for us to be good. But the way it's starting out, I don't actually like that. But we're going to see how it pans out. So what's good is price didn't break this high right here. So it ended up breaking through that. This is the real low right here. All right, we are looking good now. That was a break that we really needed to confirm the direction that price should be going towards. So again, I'm not gonna mess with it. My goal is to see how to go about executing once I get to my TP1. I really want to hold all the way out to my TP2, but being that I only have one contract to play with, I have to really just play it smart. I don't want to cut the trade solely at this TP1 area. Um, so it really just depends on how price plays out. So we'll see once it gets to that side. So that being said, I'm gonna let price play out just for a little minute, and I'll get right back with y'all. All right, so price just dropped, and we're looking really, really good. Right now, I'm just trying to see how it's going to react around this level right here, and hopefully we can have a beautiful, beautiful trading session. There we go. All right, so I'm going to move my stop loss right here. And I'm definitely going to manage this a little bit more aggressively. Should I? Should I? No, I'm going to keep it right there. I'm not going to touch it. Because that's my problem half the time. I'm touching my trades. So, let's see how it plays out. So, just to let y'all know what I'm actually working on right now, outside of just consistently showing up um, and trading flawlessly, is mainly my trade management, right? So, I know I have the habit of, I created the habit of any little rejection I get after my TP1, I cut it. I completely cut it. And looking at my sessions after the fact, I've noticed that shit, price to get to my TP twos, right? So why am I cutting myself short? Hold on 1 second. Uh, all right. Stick to the plan. Regardless, I had a beautiful day. I made some money. If it doesn't pan out, but back to what I was explaining. So it's stuff like that. like I don't like giving money back at all. Like I feel like that's been one of the biggest hindrances in my trading journey, is just giving money back, right? So I wouldn't touch my trade at all back in the day, right? So I had my set, pretty much I enter here. I wouldn't touch it unless it closed fully at my full TP at TP2. I didn't take anything off or anything like that. So I noticed that I got much better once I started taking a portion of my trade off at this level right here. Hopefully this drops, man. I really don't like, and this is one. All right, we just gonna talk clearly because I'm actually just looking at this trade right now, and it's annoying me. That's why another reason why I'm trying to talk through it is because one, I really want to. I don't want to give back this amount of money right here when I could have cut my trade right here, right? But I'm trying to actively work towards getting better as well. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of money on the table just to try to get better. Cool. But what I noticed is overall that I'm actually giving a lot of money back. Dang it.
Order filled.
Tag me. All right. It is what it is. We're going to have to dig ourselves out of this, but I'm still standing by what I was talking about. So what I noticed is, and this shit is eating me up, because I just hate I didn't cut it here. I really, that's annoying the fuck out of me. Anywho, but I noticed that a lot of the trades that I'm taking, I cut it here, like I cut it fully because it'll have some rejection like this, but then my full trade will end up playing out, and it's like I'm leaving money on the table, right? Granted, the game plan. See, I can't really do this with one position open, because with one, the plan is to actually cut it here, and see, this is what I'm talking about. That's the reason why I'm actually talking through all of this, so y'all can see what I'm actually talking about, right? So what we're not gonna. I'm probably not gonna have enough. Look at this shit. Look at it. Look, this is what I'm talking about. So the game plan is to take one contract off here, either have the other one break even or under the 1 minute low. So being that this was, and I actually kind of messed up here. So being that this didn't have any recent 1 minute lows, I should have just left it at break even, right? And let it run. And that way I could actually take more money on, by really just trusting my setup. Because this, once it breaks structure here, typically it's going to get to the next level. It doesn't typically break structure right here, then turn around and just go in the other direction. Now that does happen sometimes, and that's the reason why I started doing it, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't happen as often as you think. So I trailed this actually way too closely. And this is just one of the things, one of the prime examples of why I want to go about doing this, because I don't want to leave as much money on the table. Granted, I am digging myself out of drawdown again, so I probably need to be a little bit more tighter with my stop losses and how I want to go about risking this, since I'm only using one contract to get myself out of this. But like you guys are clearly seeing what I'm talking about. That's the reason why it's just like I'm leaving money on the table. This is going to go to the overall TP. If I didn't touch it up here, I would have got my full $500. I would have pretty much wiped away yesterday's issue, and we would have been good. But I keep touching shit. So that's my issue. That's the main thing I'm really just working on right now, because I can have way bigger gains. I just have to be okay with pullbacks. And that's part of the game. So granted, today was a green day, so I can't be mad, because at the end of the day, we're still in the game. I'm just trying to get better. And I'm understanding where I may be limiting myself at. So that's pretty much it. But hopefully somebody learned something from this. That's all I got today, you guys. I will check in with y'all again tomorrow. I got till Thursday. My trading days typically end on Thursday. So, yeah, that's all I got. Peace.